We are the masters of evolution somehow, with prejudice upon mankind, where one race is greater than another. It is not. And that's what World War II signifies. It is the end of that. It is Armageddon itself. And what has man been endowed with afterwards? Even this great device that you look at me with. Media, television, what is it? To see that we are all exactly the same. We all come from the same root and the same tree. We are all one. And there is something. And evolution is true, but it has occurred 1 billion years ago. We are not the first to have played with the backs of mice and rats and such. It has been done way before our time. And our time here is of a spiritual endowment for us to grow, to us to show the great Maker what we can do together. That is our purpose. With wisdom and peace and security, we can find some truths. And here it comes. Don't we all simply want peace and security to live our life? Let me tell you how I found God. I was given a miracle myself with a beautiful child 15 years ago. A miracle when you see what a human life can be, any life. But I was endowed for the first time in my life to see true love from a parent to a child. This is the deepest love that I have ever found. And it was in this understanding of love that I have began to walk in my frame of reference with God. And in the trials and tribulations of life, I was separated. And for now my 13th year, I have been separated from my child. And in the path that I have sought to try to make harmony with my child is when the messages came. Because it was from a parent to a child, from God to all his children, and the peace that he wants with his whole family and with his child. This is how I came to know God 10 years ago, upon this mountain, 1,000 times up and down it. Messages have come of peace and unity, and there will be one nation under God. Let me tell you who has visited me in my vision this past spring. I have said all the nations have visited me, a grid of light. And standing at attention of all our forefathers were the warriors. What do I mean by that? Even in today's time of peace and of war and of debate between people, who are the ones that stand up and put their life on the line? The warriors. When everybody else is debating what should be done, or when kings or queens play with little pawns upon chessboards, it is the warrior who sacrifices blood, sweat, and tears for God and country. Always have and still do to this day. And I tell you, for 1,000 generations, and who has visited me and who has stood at attention were the warriors of every nation of this entire world. They have blessed me because my life has been of unity and peace. Always my words have been, and they have continued to be so. And under the light of God for 10 years, it has been. Now my roots are Semitic. They are. And in me, I embrace Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. For I embrace all the roots of the prophets of my Semitic genetic lineage. But I embrace all the messengers of God. For God works in mysterious ways, but to him there is no mystery. And sometimes we can catch the commonality of it all. Love and peace and unity. That is what is desired. One nation under God. And that is coming. And it begins today. I am the voice. Solomon Sami Azar. I am the voice of peace. And I will see it be done in Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the land of peace. This is where the sanctuary to pray to God has always been and will continue to do so. The governments of the Middle East, between Arab and Jew, will unify, will strike a chord, will ring a bell upon the entire earth of where unity will begin. Arab and Jew will come together, and our capital will be upon Mount Sinai, where the laws have come first by God to Moses. This is where the laws of the government will be. This is where we will come together and form one new nation. We will strike peace in this world. The land of the prophets are now called upon to do so. This is my video of conviction. I am here in the wilderness yelling such things. But I am here, and it is true. And the Lord's work will be done. Now we will see how strong your faith will be. And when my fellow man has enough faith to believe that God has endowed one to say such things, as opposed to the faith he has in his own fellow man to strike war to one another, then the words of God will come. Now we will see how strong your faith will be.
Maybe we just cracked the energy crisis. Thank you.